Welcome to the Holy Shhh Podcast, AEW post show for August 14th, 2024. It's your boy ABE from DET. I'm telling y'all, Tony Khan need to be given his props. Everybody complained about storylines, things not lining up. We are on a collision course with all the storylines headed into All In next week, Wembley Stadium. So shout out, congratulations, a round of applause for Mr. Tony Khan. Yes, credit when credit is due. Now let's get into this AEW Dynamite. Tonight, it starts off with Mercedes Moné. She defeats Sheeta with some ringside shenanigans, Ron T would say, from Camille. And afterwards, Camille attacks a fan who she thinks is Britt Baker, but it wasn't Britt Baker. Britt Baker was standing right behind Mercedes Moné, puts her down on the ground, almost puts her in the lockjaw, but Camille rolls in for the save, pushing away Britt Baker, but Britt Baker fends them both off with the kendo stick that Sheeta left behind, setting up their match at AEW's All In. Let me tell you about this match first off. Everybody is giving Mercedes Moné crap about her AEW appearance, her AEW run. Are you watching the show, people? She is killing it on the mic. And tonight, her and Sheeta tore the house down, quite possibly match of the night. Matter of fact, I'm going to just say it right now. That was the match of the night in my eyes, just because they set the whole stage for the night. Everybody who came and who had to follow that match had to step their level up that much. Now, a couple of them did, but I'm still giving Mercedes Moné match of the night. And shout out Camille. She is looking like the most certified, bona fide bodyguard in all of professional wrestling. They gimmick is giving me a Shawn Michaels Diesel feel, and I am loving every single second of it. Next up, we get Hangman Page continuously losing his goddamn mind. The match started backstage with Jay Lethal. There was an interview with Jeff Jarrett. Hangman jumps in that, kicks their ass, drags Lethal to the ring. It was a good match, but you know Hangman, he gets the win with the buckshot lariat. The real buckshot lariat. I like Logan Paul and all, but there's only one buckshot lariat that I acknowledge in all of professional wrestling, and that is Adam Hangman Page's. Point blank, period. But like I said, Hangman is losing his goddamn mind. He is fixated with Swerve, and it's just making him go absolute crazy. That's what got me thinking Swerve is going to retain so that we can get this Hangman match that we should have got at Wembley Stadium. But I understand what Bryan Danielson is going through. If he is being sent off, this is the perfect way to do so. And let's go right into Hangman versus Swerve. Next up, we get some fuel on that TNT title match. Darby Allin has a beautiful vignette, comes down, which leads him down to the ring. But then out of nowhere, Jack Perry delivers one of the most vicious knees, laying Darby Allin out, kicks his ass on top of the ramp, drags him to the back. It looked like a damn street fight backstage. He's throwing him everywhere. Then he closes him down on the garage, grabs the little rolling cart that the equipment comes in. I'm thinking he's about to kill Darby Allin, but security, of course, stops him. But this set their feud on fire. Not that it wasn't already, but I am ready to see two of the four pillars go at it at All In Wembley Stadium for that TNT title that my boy Cody Rhodes made oh so popular. Cannot wait. Darby Allin, Jack Perry, All In. In the words of Sheamus, it will be a banger. Next up, man, this might have been one of the best vignettes AEW has ever produced. Mariah May, she is in this vignette talking oh so sadistic. She sets fire to Tony Storm gear that she used to wear in tribute to her when they were friends. Basically, it was like symbolic, saying, I'm done being you It's time to be me. It was a more just elegant, sexy, it seemed like her own character in this vignette. No more mocking Toni Storm. It felt like this vignette was the birth of the Mariah May character. And in the end, she said, yes, Toni, we both will die, but I will be the one writing your eulogy. I don't know how many times I gotta say this. It feels like I'm saying it every single week. But Toni Storm, Mariah May is the greatest feud going right now in all of professional wrestling. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama. Cannot wait for this match for the AEW Women's title. It's just been beautiful. The entire buildup. I don't even need to talk about the bloodbath. Every week after that has still been home run after home run after home run. And this vignette was a goddamn grand slam. Shout out Tony Khan, man. You are creating a monster in the form of Mariah May. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Next up, we get a cool segment with Claudio and Okada backstage. They're going back and forth talking. Okada basically says, I'm going to destroy you, Claudio. And of course calls him a little bitch and walks off. But then Claudio gets serious with Renee and says, I don't want this EVP lackey Okada. I want the G1 classic Okada. I want the guy who was in New Japan selling out the Tokyo Dome. He called out the Rainmaker, not this joke that Nicholas and Matt Jackson have been parading around as their little lackey. And I believed Claudio when he said this, but I hope he knows what he asking for, because the Rainmaker is no goddamn joke. But Claudio versus the Rainmaker for the Continental Championship. Tony, take my money now. Next up, we get Hook comes out and demands a shot at the FTW title tonight. Chris Jericho comes out. He takes the jacket off, and you think he's about to fight him? Come on. This is the heel of all heels. Of course he's not. He said, there's no way I'm fighting you tonight, but I will give you a stipulation to have a shot at your FTW title. If you beat Big Bill this week on Collision, then you will have a chance to fight me at All In for the FTW title. Of course, Hook accepts. Big Bill says, I'm going to beat you down, and then I'm going to take your dead body and shove you right up your dad's Taz's ass. And then Brian Keefe says, I love Brian Keefe, man. The bounty hunter has won me over, but he says, right up his ass. Had me dying. I mean, Chris Jericho, I'm telling you, he's on my Mount Rushmore for a reason. He develops himself. He develops characters around him, and he overall enhances the product every time he is on television. Shout out Chris Jericho. One of the 4 on my Mount Rushmore. I cannot give this man enough credit. He is a national treasure. And shout out R-Truth. And get well soon, brother. But he is a true national treasure. And one cool line that Hook said, he said, I accept your challenge, but Jericho, when I see you at All In, you will never, ever be the same again. I like that touch right there, playing on Jericho's old catchphrase. I'm telling you, he is building up everybody in this storyline, including Hook. Cannot wait for this match, and I pray to God that he gets this FTW title back, because it looks ridiculous on Chris Jericho. As great as he is, that title needs to be on a hardcore badass like Hook. But next up, the Young Bucks, they defeat the Acclaim via DQ as FTR comes out when the ref is down. They're trying to stop the Young Bucks from cheating, but then the Bucks spit in FTR face and bait him to get hit, and that's exactly what happened. FTR hits the Bucks. Ref wakes up just in time to see it. DQ. Bucks get the win. Bucks thinking they're off the hook. They're not going to have to fight anybody at All In for the titles. But Christopher Daniels is backstage and says on Collision, it will be the Acclaimed versus FTR, and the winner will fight the Young Bucks at All In. Look, I said it before, I'll say it again. I don't know how it's going to happen, but there will be some shenanigans, and we will be getting a triple threat match at All In. FTR, The Acclaim, and the Young Bucks. 3 of the 5 top tag teams in all of professional wrestling will be fighting for the tag team titles. And I'm telling you, this right here has the potential to be match of the night if it's done well. It feels like every match has potential to be match of the night, but that's just how AEW does their pay-per-views. They know how to book them, they know how to build them, and they know how to deliver. But now, we get into the main event where Swerve defeats Yuta with 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 house calls. And then, he doesn't pin him right there. He pounds him out MMA style. I'm talking like had his arms pinned, elbows, fists. The ref has to stop it. Yuta is just laying there. Swerve is still going. Danielson slides into the ring, chases him off. Swerve gets on the mic and says, I intend to do the same exact thing to you, but in front of your family, and I'm going to force you to retire by crippling you at Wembley Stadium. Swerve walks off as Danielson is attending to Yuta. Swerve comes back and hits Danielson with a house call, laying him out, and then doing a slow and sadistic, yes, yes. And the crowd was actually saying it at the same pace he was doing his hands, letting me know, no matter what they're doing with Danielson with the tribute package, this crowd is fully behind their champion, Swerve. And everyone knows whose house? Swerve's house. Hell of a way to end the show. On a scale of 1 to 10, I got to give this show like a 9.6. They built every match properly. They let you know what's coming next week on the Dynamite that's going to be in Europe, leading into All In. Every match was elevated. Every feud was elevated. I don't care what the haters on the internet got to say. AEW's on fire. And I'm not trying to knock WWE while saying that. All of professional wrestling is on fire. Are you guys watching this? TNA, New Japan, GCW, NXT, WWE. We are getting professional wrestling at its highest peak from all angles, and I'm here for all of it. I'm loving it. But like I said, hell of a show. Cannot wait for All In. I can't even wait for the Dynamite next week. I usually don't do a Collision breakdown, but I think this week, because it's so big, so much is on the line, they got a triple threat situation going on. I mean, a trio situation going on to find out the number 1 contenderships, who's going to face the Patriarch. So Collision, we might have to jump on here this weekend and do a Collision post show. But either way, AEW's on fire. Can't wait for All In. Woo! The next time you will see all of us will probably be, I think, Friday for Friday night post show. The whole crew will be there. Myself, Ryan T, the Icon, Chuck Jordan, and Coach DTM. But till then, y'all know who it is. It's your boy ABE, and you tune in to the Holy Shhh Podcast. Let's go. Media.